The greatness of Virat Kohli is reduced at this venue. Those are the words of the famous Australian batsman Matthew Hayden when he was talking about Kohli's performance at the Chepauk. जी हाँ, मैथ्यू हेडन का कहना है कि विराट कोहली की ग्रेटनेस जो है वो इस चेपॉक के वेन्यू पे बहुत कम और नीची हो जाती है बिकॉज हिज परफॉर्मेंस एट द चेपॉक हैज रियली बीन सबपार. अगर आप उनकी एवरेज देखें तो ही वाज ओनली एबल टू स्कोर एट एन एवरेज ऑफ 30 रन एन ओवर और उनका स्ट्राइक रेट सिर्फ 111 रन का था जो कि बिल्कुल उनके जैसा नहीं है. ये एवरेज और ये स्ट्राइक रेट तो बिल्कुल कोहली के कैलिबर के प्लेयर का हो ही नहीं सकता है और ना ही और भी किसी वेन्यू पे उनका ऐसा कुछ एवरेज है. सो विल ही बी एबल टू रिडीम हिमसेल्फ इन टुडेस मैच? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. So welcome everyone to Cricket Flavors with me Ruchika, जहां हम बातें करते हैं इंडियन क्रिकेट की with a little bit of तड़का, little bit of मसाला and बहुत सारा मजा. So आज से IPL Extravaganza event start हो रहा है. All of us are super excited for it. I am definitely very excited for it. रोज एक नया मैच, एक नया ड्रामा, एक नया इवेंट जिसमें हम अपने हीरोज को देख सकेंगे. For the next 2 months, we are going to be busy, aren't we? और शुरुआत हो रही है इस ब्लॉकबस्टर मैच से between two showstoppers of this event, CSK and RCB. दोनों ही टीम बहुत स्ट्रांग है. CSK तो ऑब्वियसली डिफेंडिंग चैंपियन है और RCB इस पूरे इवेंट की द शो स्टॉपर है और हमेशा से ही रही है. लेकिन RCB के लिए ये मैच जीतना थोड़ा मुश्किल जरूर हो सकता है. ऑल्दो इफ यू गो बाय द ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड, पिछले कुछ सालों में उन्होंने अपना ओपनिंग मैच हमेशा जीता है. सो आज भी हम फैंस को उनसे यही उम्मीद हो सकती है that they go ahead and win this one also. However, not going to be easy. Let's look at the Chennai squad. I will talk to you about a few batters and a few bowlers whom I feel will be making an impact in today's match. As we all know, महेंद्र सिंह धोनी ने अपनी कैप्टनसी को हैंड ओवर कर दिया है ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ को. ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ promises to be a great captain and I'm sure कि ये चेंज इस वक्त इसलिए आया है ताकि एक स्मूथ ट्रांजिशन हो सके between महेंद्र सिंह धोनी and ऋतुराज गायकवाड़. So I feel that Mahendra Singh Dhoni is going to play as an impact player where he would come in at the time when the side is fielding and he would give his inputs to Ruturaj Gaikwad, try to make him understand what it is that goes on in the mind of that great Captain Mahi, how he has been able to build his team and get those 5 titles in the past. Because as we all know, वो हर किसी player को अपना role clearly define करके बताते हैं और बोलते हैं कि this is your role, you go out and play. ये आपको रोल करना है, आप कैसे करते हो हमें नहीं मालूम, just do it this way, this is your role. And that has actually proven very successful for the team as is evident. कुछ ऐसी ही कैप्टनसी वो इंडियन टीम के साथ भी करते थे. That's why we were able to get that World Cup for 2011. Not to mention the T20 World Cup for 2007. But now that he's reduced as an impact player, we will have a little change in the side. Also remember कि चेन्नई की टीम एक depleted team है because some of the players are out because of injury. The biggest name in that is Darren Conway because last year वो चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स के लीड रन गेटर थे. लेकिन last year number 2 पे थे अजिंक्य रहाणे who also still has some fire left in him, which is what I feel is going to come in handy. CSK के लिए अजिंक्य रहाणे ने बहुत अच्छे परफॉर्मेंसेस दिए हैं पास्ट में and I'm sure that he's going to continue to do so this year as well. But जो सबसे बड़ा चेंज और सबसे एंटिसिपेटेड चेंज आने वाला है उनकी टीम में, जिसकी एंटिसिपेशन पूरे क्रिकेटिंग वर्ल्ड को है, स्पेशली इंडियन क्रिकेट और IPL फैंस को, दैट इज द एडवेंट एंड द स्टार्ट ऑफ रचिन रविंद्रा's career in IPL. I feel that he's going to open the innings today with Ruturaj Gaikwad and I really am eager to see how he performs and how his IPL career starts off. I'm expecting some great things from a man. We have all seen his performance in the World Cup and very recently how he performed against Australia in the T20s that they had for his team New Zealand. So great things expected from this man. And then there is Shivam Dube. That man has a point to prove. He is one of the contenders of the spots available in the T20 squad that goes to play the World Cup for India. So his performance is going to definitely play out. It's going to be watched very closely by the selectors. So उनके लिए इस मैच में और यहाँ से हर मैच में परफॉर्म करना बहुत जरूरी है if he wants to go to West Indies and US to play that T20 World Cup for India. And then there is Jaddu Bhai. Jadeja is in sublime form. He was very, very effective in the Test series against England also. And I'm sure कि वो अपनी वही form continue करेंगे. After all, he was the reason that Chennai won that final and got that title last year. Who can forget his last 3 balls, 6s and 4s? उस मैच को एक इंटरेस्टिंग टर्न पे लाकर जीतने का पूरा क्रेडिट जडेजा को जाता है. And I'm sure that he's going to have more such match winning innings in this season also. But if you look at the bowling side, इस बार की चेन्नई की टीम थोड़ी weak है when it comes to bowling. However, let's not forget that since the mentorship of Dhoni is there and he can make any player perform to the best of his abilities. According to Harsha Pogle, Chennai Super Kings is a very difficult team to analyze because जो हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं जैसा परफॉर्मेंस हम प्लेयर्स को देखते हैं करते हुए बिफोर द आईपीएल, जब वो चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स के लिए खेलने के लिए आते हैं तो दे आर अ कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट परफॉर्मर. उनकी परफॉर्मेंस अलग होती है, उनका कैलिबर अलग होता है, इट्स कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट एंड दैट्स व्हाई चेन्नई बिकम्स अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टीम टू एनालाइज एंड टू से अच्छा इसकी इस परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे आई थिंक दैट चेन्नई ऐसा करेगा, ये परफॉर्मर वैसा करेगा. That's not how it happens in Chennai at all. So the bowlers to watch out for in Chennai Super Kings, of course, is Jaddu Bhai. What an amazing all-rounder he is. And I love watching him get a half-century and when he swishes his bat the way he does like a sword. And then there is Deepak Chahar. Now, he's also a very interesting bowler and I'm sure that he is going to also look to make an impact. I think he's another player who could be under the scrutiny to go to the World Cup as a bowler. वो जरूर BCCI selectors की निगाह में होंगे. Selectors must be looking at him to see if he can qualify as the bowler that can go and play the T20 World Cup. But then they also have Shardul Thakur. Shardul Thakur was really, really amazing in the Asia Cup. Although, if I remember correctly, the match that we had against Pakistan, उसमें हर बॉलर ने 2-2 विकेट्स लिए थे and Shardul was the only one who did not get any wickets. I still feel that he has the capability to go ahead and perform really well. But then again, their bowling apart from Jadeja does not have any showstopper, any star player who could take them through. And that being the reason, I feel that this team is a little bit depleted than it was last year. However, you can never really tell with CSK. It all comes down to how they play the game. लेकिन अगर ये हम मान के चले तो आरसीबी को एक एडवांटेज है इस मैच में, स्पेशली विराट कोहली को एक एडवांटेज है कि वो अपना वो रिकॉर्ड जो कि इस स्टेप ऑफ ग्राउंड पे इज नॉट सो ग्रेट, he could make it better. He could better his record. And not to mention the fact that Virat Kohli is also one of those contenders जिनको T20 squad में लेने के ऊपर doubts हैं. And that's why he has a point to prove also to the selectors that आप मेरे बिना कहीं नहीं जा रहे. I personally feel it's a sin to not consider Kohli for any Indian squad. However, remains to be seen how it goes, but I am so sure that this year Kohli is only going to better his last year's record of it being his best IPL. You wait and watch. This year आईपीएल के सारे रिकॉर्ड्स, आईपीएल की पिछली सारी हिस्ट्री में सबसे ज्यादा बढ़िया करने वाले होंगे हमारे कोहली. नाउ इन टुडेस मैच, इफ ही स्कोर्स 73 रन्स, he would be the leading run getter against Chennai in IPL history. He will overtake Shikhar Dhawan and he will become the leading run scorer against Chennai by any team. So let's see if we get those 73 runs in this match itself. So the opening pair of Faf du Plessis and Virat Kohli did wonders last year and I'm sure कि वो इस साल भी वैसा ही करने वाले हैं. They are one of the most talked about opening pairs in the entire IPL and I'm sure that this year also they're going to prove their mettle and they're going to come out as the top opening pair. And RCB का batting lineup वहीं खत्म नहीं हो जाता है. उसके बाद we have even more stars. We have Dinesh Karthik who does such a good job when it comes to finishing the innings, and then we also have Maxwell who is in the form of his life. How can we forget that innings he played against Afghanistan in the World Cup? और अगर वैसे ही कुछ innings हो यहाँ पे 2 या 4 खेल जाएं तो आरसीबी को आईपीएल जीतने से तो कोई नहीं रोक सकता. But then we also have Rajat Patidar. Now Rajat Patidar has 2 points to prove. एक तो ये कि वो भी वो T20 स्क्वाड का हिस्सा होना चाहेंगे जो वर्ल्ड कप खेलने के लिए जाए इंडिया की तरफ से. And secondly, his performance in this test series against England has not been great. In fact, he was replaced by Devdutt Padikkal in the last 2 matches. So he would have a point to prove. He would like to make a statement which says, I am not bad. Here I am. This is my performance. Don't ignore me. Keep looking at me. I am a performer and I have a right. So I feel that Rajat Patidar का बहुत interesting season होने वाला है. Maybe in today's match, carrying the weight of the test series, he might not be able to really perform, or maybe he will come out of his initial jinxes and hesitation जो भी उनका रहेगा शुरुआत में उसको हटा के, if he stays and has enough time on the crease, maybe he'll be able to go ahead and score those runs. So that remains to be seen, and it will be an interesting thing to watch for. As far as the bowling unit is concerned, Siraj, so hey Siraj, my favorite bowler, he's going to really definitely make that impact which RCB needs from his bowlers. We are lacking spinners. However, that's where Maxwell will come in handy. Hopefully, he will have a spell or two which will do the damage that we need him to do to the opposite team. And then we also have Alzarri Joseph. He was the talk of the town in the IPL auction last year because unka purchase एक बहुत surprising purchase था from RCB, especially at the rate that he went for. A lot of people were wondering who this Alzarri Joseph is. A lot of people questioned the move of RCB to pick this bowler at that price. However, RCB management did come out and say कि AB de Villiers ने उन्हें Alzarri Joseph को recommend किया था, and that's why they went for this bowler. So I'm sure that Alzarri Joseph will come into this IPL and showcase his skill in such a way that everybody will just shut up and say RCB was right. So that's in my opinion what this match is going to entail. Let us see what happens today. It promises to be a blockbuster event. बहुत कुछ नया और बहुत कुछ पुराना. नए में आता है ऋतुराज का कैप्टनसी, रचिन रविंद्र का आना, अजारी जोसेफ की बॉलिंग, और पुराने में वही पुराने कोहली, उन्हीं का स्टार स्टडेड स्टाइल, और हाँ नए में एक और चीज आता है आरसीबी की जर्सी जो इफ यू आस्क मी लुक्स लाइक स्पाइडरमैन यूनिफॉर्म. मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है एज लॉन्ग एज वो स्पाइडरमैन की तरह छलाक लगा लगा के हमारे लिए ट्रॉफी ले आए. बट आई नो इट हैज बीन अंडर अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म बिकॉज़ वी प्रेफर दिस वन. हाउएवर आई एम श्योर वील कम टू लव दिस one also. So on that note, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. I shall bring you regular updates on all events of IPL, all matches of IPL. Till then, thank you for watching. Isa Lakap Namde.